straw hat, sunburn on my shoulder. I'm free as a breeze, do as I please, beach bumming around. I'm free as a breeze, do as I please, beach bumming around.
And there we are. We got the man, the legend himself. Can you hear us?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I
Thanks
got.
to my technical advisor, my daughter is here to help me out.
Yeah, I got a little bit of an echo in there. I can hear myself, but we'll have to.
Turn this down.
Okay, hold on. She's going to work on that.
Yeah.
How about now?
How about now? That's fine. We can deal with that. That's fine. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, she's going to turn it up just a little bit.
Okay. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Are you okay?
Well, anyway, so, man, it is so glad to have you here with us for Sunday Mornings with a Tiki Man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm sitting out here on the porch. Do you want to have a quick panoramic view of where I'm sitting?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe we can. Oh, there we go. Now I see the dog in the pool there. Oh man, that is beautiful. Cayman Islands there. Yeah, that is gorgeous.
I just wanted to rub that in, okay?
We wouldn't expect anything less, okay? If I was you, I'd rub it in every chance I got as well. So, I was telling everybody earlier in the show that the only autographed, and I have a lot of artists that comes through here, but the only autographed coaster that I have is from you. Back in Panama City,
where was that taken?
We were at Panama City Rendezvous, I believe, the last time you played it.
Yes. Every time I play there, it rains.
Yeah, I know. That's why we never invited you back.
We've been there 3 times, and 3 times it rained, and I've never heard from him again.
Well, it was a glorious day for me because I got to spend some time with you, and of course, you guys took the stage and had a great time with it. He's like, if you say so.
Yeah, really? Okay.
I'm sorry. She just had to turn the volume up a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Have you got any headphones maybe you can plug in?
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, let's try that. Might be a lot better. Because I think we're hearing ourselves on the laptop there. Let's try that. Hello.
Does that work?
Can you hear me now, Brooke?
You hear?
I can hear.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Brooke?
No.
Hello.
I think it's because we're doing it on the laptop. I might just need to go on my phone.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I was hearing him a while ago. Just turn him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Daddy.
Yeah, it's fine. So tell us a little bit about this new album that you got, and got your son on there with you.
Took you off the thing because we're probably messing up the show.
No, we're not. We're not messing up the show.
No.
Got a great show today. I'm on.
That's right. That's right.
Turn the volume up here.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Doohickey. I'm from the old school.
I know you are.
I'm used. Okay, I hear you now. I'm used to talking on a telephone.
I know.
Oh, wow.
He's like, you're just getting too professional. We just need to talk on the phone.
You coming through clear now. I got you.
Okay.
I had one of those fancy smartphones for a while, and it just totally confused me. And I was out fishing, and I had it on the center board there, and a wave came along and sort of knocked it off into the bottom of the boat, and there was water there, and asked me if I went over to pick it up.
Sometimes things work out for the best.
Yeah, I went back and bought a $39 flip phone, and I still have it. That's what I got teenage daughters for. They know how to do all this shit.
That's right. So, have you been back over to Abaco Island since the hurricane and all that stuff with nippers?
No. We did a December, not last one, one before. We were in Stuart, Florida, and we did like a benefit concert for him, and that came out good. We raised close to $100,000 for that.
Oh wow!
Then of course, right around that time, you see, about November, and so we start getting busy here. Our tourist season kicks in. That's when I'm usually the busiest, and then of course, then the COVID thing hit. And so I really haven't been back. I've been communicating with them on a regular basis, but I'm really missing it because for over 30 years I have been going there at least 2 or 3 times a year. I do the concert one time on one trip, and then I go over and I go fishing for a couple of weeks, and might even make a third trip just to hang out with the guys.
Yeah.
So I really miss going there.
Yeah, we was pretty sad to see that all happen. I mean, is Nippers going to be able to come back? I haven't heard anything about the islands.
Yeah, well, they are. They're slowly. The thing is, just recently they've started. How would I say it? Slacked off on the regulations a little bit, but they had their COVID regulations there too. So most of the people that I was involved in, like Nippers, which was probably one of the most popular, tiki bars out there.
Yeah.
They just literally got blown away. So they're slowly rebuilding it. The main people that are on, I'm talking mainly about Guana Key. That's sort of my second home. The main people that are visiting there now are the homeowners, second homeowners.
Right.
And but the second homeowners, they bring their own food, they bring their own boat, that kind of a thing. So it's not really much business, for the bars. So it's they're slowly rebuilding, but and now here hurricane season comes again.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's the price. That's the price you live for paying in, living in paradise. Nothing is free.
That's right. That's right. And they're used to it. That particular hurricane was just horrible.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I'm sure you saw pictures. I can't believe the damage you did. I mean, over the years I've been going there, they've had their hits, but nothing like that other one. That was it was like a Hiroshima all over again.
Yeah,
it was really
it looked
bad.
like it. Well, let's talk a little bit about this album and your son playing music now. Or has he always been playing music?
Yeah, well, I landed in Cayman here back in 1972, and one of the reasons I came to Cayman because this was before internet and all that stuff, and I heard about it. I saw it on the map. And I remember going to a library in Miami, trying to look up Cayman, and I could not find a single thing except some pirate stories mentioned it. And the minute I noticed that for example, in the Bahamas where I was living around that time in Nassau and Freeport, they already had radio and TV, but Cayman, nobody had heard of it, and there was no information about it, and that was music to my ears.
Yeah.
I said that's what I want, where I want to go.
Yeah.
Nobody knows about the place. So they had eventually, I just back in those days I would just travel around with a guitar and a paper bag with my clothes in it, and that's about it. And I didn't charge a lot of money back then. All I wanted is a hammock and a hamburger.
Yeah.
And a beer.
Yeah, and a beer, of course. Yeah,
of course.
Well, the last time, when we took this picture, ironically enough, we were at the Barefoot Club in Panama City, and
Right.
it was natural for you and I to have a beer at the bar in the Barefoot Club.
Yeah, Panama City is, that's. I don't even know if that still goes on. Do they still have that event? Anyway?
They haven't the last 2 years, but they're trying to bring it back in 2022.
Okay, yeah. No, I enjoyed it there, and back then I did a lot more traveling. Now, COVID has sort of put the tap on everything for me, because I figured, I've been doing this for 50 years. It's time for me to stop this and just do what I like to do, which is nothing. Mm-hmm. And COVID has helped me make up that decision.
Yeah.
And right now in Cayman, I've always performed at hotels or tourist type of spots.
Right.
And of course we have almost no tourists now, because we have really strong regulations here. We're free to walk. We're free to walk around without masks, and there's no 6 foot staying apart stuff. But anybody that visits has to quarantine.
Yeah.
For 5 days. It used to be 10. Now it's gone to 5. But in the end, we've had very few incidents here. We've only had a couple of deaths, and those were due to somebody coming in from the outside. One was on a cruise ship,
right.
And I forget the other one. And we've been very safe here, and the laws are very, very strict here. I don't know if you heard of what was the earlier part of the year. Some young girl came here, and she was in quarantine, and they had a jet ski race. So she decided to go out of quarantine to take her little band off.
Yeah.
Where they watch you. Yeah, and she ended up in prison.
Wow. Oh, man.
I heard about that, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even got the U.S. government involved. They were trying to get senators to let her out and whatever, and the Cayman government said, that's just tough. She broke the law.
Yeah.
So she had to go to jail. And she deserves it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and when you go to another country, you got to respect the country.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It's the rules, and if you don't like them, then go somewhere else. I mean, we love our tourists, but when you're in Rome, you know how that story goes.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So let's talk about the new album. How did this all come about?
What happened is I started slowly, but again, nowadays, what's great, you can blame everything on the COVID.
That's so true.
Yeah, and usually about every couple of years I do one. So a couple of years went by, I didn't do so. Now this is like 3 years now, and so I slowly started on it because a lot of my material, I'll record part of it in Nashville and part of it here. So of course the Nashville thing was out, and then when I started, doing some stuff here, my brain started getting a little dry because, like I said, I was not performing.
Right.
There were, I'm used to at least 3 nights a week performing, so that keeps the old, thoughts and funny. As you know, most of my stuff is novelty anyway.
Sure.
It keeps those thoughts going. And just about that time, my son sends me some stuff, and he says, "Hey, Dad, because of COVID again."
Yeah.
He's sitting around doing nothing, and he built a little studio in his house, and he started recording, and I was blown away. I mean, he was brought up around music, but I had no idea that he could write like that and sing like that. Just really blew me away. Now his style, of course, is a little more modern, where I'm a little more typical crop rock, coconut trees and the beach and that kind of a thing. However, he just blew me away. So I got a contact for him. A good friend of mine is a guy by the name of Keith Stiegel in Nashville, and he's a big time producer there. He's done stuff like Zach Brown. He produces them. He produces Alan Jackson. I can go on the list. Anyway, so Nick went up to my contact and visited him, and so now they became close. And now Nick is actually working with him, writing for the publishing company, and he just brought this album out. I wrote a couple songs on the album, so I said, Nick, since you and I coming out at the same time, I'll put a couple of your songs on mine, and he put a couple of my songs on his, not with me singing, but he sang. Right. He sang my, my lyrics and stuff. Yeah. So, and like I think I emailed you earlier. If you notice the title, it's not like Father Like Son. It's like Father Like S-U-N.
Oh, yeah, like son, yeah. You're right about that. Yes, that's my mistake. That's for sure, because I was thinking about Father Like Son.
Not a big deal.
Yeah,
not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
But we're gonna play one of the songs off the album. The one that we chose was "No Out for That," which was the one you'd requested us play, right?
Well, yeah, that's it's sort of a personal favorite. I mean, play whichever one you want, but.
Yeah.
And that one has a, long before I put the album out, I had, performed that a lot, and people seem to like it. And again, it goes back to my lack of technology these days. Everybody says, well, there's an app for that. And I'm like, what the hell's an app? Okay. So this is where the whole thing came about. It's like, and somewhere along the line, it was like, I'm sitting there, I'm puffing on a cigar and with a rum in my hand and looking out at the sea. And I said, well, there's no app for that.
That's perfect.
There's a song there.
Yeah.
There's a song there.
Well, let's go ahead and play it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we'll play it and we'll come back to you, okay?
Okay. Please, thank you.
All right, if you're just joining us, the Barefoot Man is joining us from the Cayman Islands, and we're so pleased to have him here. This is off the new album, Like Father, Like Son, S-U-N, and of course, the name of the song is No Out for That. Here we go.
I'm going where Wi-Fi's weak, but the rum is strong. Where pretty island girls sing some pretty little island songs. You're welcome to go, but leave that iPhone where it's at. Because this is paradise, there ain't no app for that. Where people talk, but they don't text. Where everybody smiles, 'cause everybody here is blessed. Where old fishermen sit around and chew the fat. Oh, that's paradise. There ain't no app for that. You won't find this place on your GPS, on Google Earth, or a street address. Forget email or the UPS. We're in the tropic zone, where the Wi-Fi's weak, but the rum is strong. A place where pink, red, yellow flowers grow, where a green flash winks somewhere beyond the shore. Puff on a fine cigar underneath the worn-out straw hat. Oh, that's paradise. There ain't no app for that. We're going where Wi-Fi's weak, but the rum is strong. No tagging on Facebook if you care to tag along. Where we eat, we sleep, we drink, and then we take a nap. Oh, that's paradise. There ain't no app for that. You won't find this place on your GPS, on Google Earth, or a street address. Forget email or the UPS. We're in the tropic zone, where the Wi-Fi's weak, but the rum is strong. Where the Wi-Fi's weak, but the rum is strong.
42%. We should be good, right?
That's right. There's no app for that.
No,
right?
there isn't.
You got to find paradise on your own. There's no GPS and all that good stuff, right? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Yeah. What a cool song that is where, it's true. You don't need an app to find paradise,
Well,
right?
I had you.
Oh, here we go. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Testing one.
Hello.
To hire a new technician. She keeps this up.
Hello from the tropics of Tennessee.
Yeah. Testing 1, 2,
I
3.
can't hear him now.
Yeah, Dad, I'm trying.
Hello, hello, hello.
Ah, there
Hello.
we go.
There you
What
go.
was that? I just-
Can you hear me now? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hold on, Danny.
Okay.
You can hear me though, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's important we
I don't know why that's
be able to hear each other.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah.
sure.
It was working fine, so you touched it. There we go.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear us? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yes.
There should be no reason why it's not working now.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know. why.
Okay, hold on. She's gonna try to tune in to you on her little whatever that's called. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Take your time. Take your time.
And how come this doesn't work, B?
Let's see here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We're just gonna do it on here.
Huh?
Hello, hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello.
Here we are.
Hello.
Okay, she's trying to tune you in here on
Yeah, can you hear me?
on her phone now.
Yeah.
Get off of this.
Okay.
Oh, she's coming in.
There we go. I see him on Brooke's phone.
All
Hey,
right,
there we
let's
are.
see here. Let me log you off of the other
right.
one, and
All right.
let's bring you into
now,
the.
Danny.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear?
Tommy, can you see me?
Go ahead, talk to me.
All right, 10-4, 10-4. Can you hear me? Hear me? Hear me? Hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Now we're back.
You got any more volume?
Go inside. It'll be quieter. This is as loud as that's gonna get.
Okay, she's telling me to go inside because we have the crystal blue Caribbean Sea crashing. In the background.
One of the things I love most about you.
and also the palm trees are swaying.
Yes.
And the seabirds are singing. So
Yeah, it's interfering with the technology thing. We just like your song, we were saying, there's no app for all this right
There's
here
no
of
app
what you
for
do.
all that.
Yeah.
okay, here we go.
Yeah, you can hear me great now. See, we should have done this to begin
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, but I wanted you to see the sea and smell the salty air and stuff.
I promise you, one of these days, I'm going to come over there and see you over in the Cayman Islands. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hear a lot of that.
Yeah, I know. I hear a lot
And
of
I
that
hardly
too.
ever see anybody.
Yeah, nobody ever comes,
And,
do they? Well,
the people I don't see is the kind of people I want to see.
I hear you. Well,
No offense.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I tell you, I think it's really cool that Nick is doing his own thing, and what amazes me is how surprised, not that you weren't in tune with what he was doing, but like, wow, how long you been doing this, boy? That kind of thing, right?
Yeah, no, I had no idea. I mean, the whole family, we were just totally surprised.
Yeah.
And even when he first sent me a couple of recordings, I thought he's pulling my leg. I thought maybe somebody else was singing, because one of the first ones that he did do was a song that I wrote, and he polished it up a bit.
Yeah.
And I said, Nick, that's not you. And he, yeah, I promise. And well, I guess it is him. I mean, the folks there in Nashville definitely would throw him out if it was a karaoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I believe that song, the one that I think the first one you sent me was "Beach Please."
Yeah, Beach Please. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's fantastic, and we're going to play it as we get into the end of the interview.
It's really a good song, and again, not just his production of the stuff, but I know I sound like a proud father, but I am. I'm just amazed with the with his writing, because now the thing is, one thing I have done, and I'm sure you understand this, Danny. You deal with a lot of musicians. Mm-hmm. I mean, so many musicians basically do cover type music,
right?
And I've done some 20 albums, and I can honestly say 80% of everything I've ever recorded is my own material that I've composed myself. And all of a sudden Nick comes along and he's composing too. I said, why does he never tell me about this? Why was this a secret?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, so does he play guitar and all that?
He just, he bought a guitar. Mm-hmm. I've never actually heard him sit down and play the guitar.
Yeah.
So, but typical Nick, he went out and bought a couple of, but between the 2 guitars or 3 guitars he's got, it's more money than I've spent on guitars in 2 decades. Okay. Yeah. So, but he claims that he's playing some stuff on it. But maybe again, when I see him, mm-hmm. First thing I'm gonna do is put a guitar in his lap. I said, "Okay, let's hear you."
Yeah.
He's probably gonna blow me away again.
Probably is. Now, where does Nick live at?
What's that?
Where does he live?
Nick lives in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. But here we go, COVID again.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, Nick did a lot of traveling. He's quite an entrepreneur. He designs travel bags and dive bags. He also is the owner of a resort, a small resort bar restaurant in the island of Utila, which is in the Bay Islands. Okay.
Yeah.
And so between the Bay Islands, between his bag business and going to China, he's got a Chinese family apparently now. They love him to death. Yeah. Where these people make this stuff. Anyway, he's always on the road. And then, of course, through all this, he stops by Cayman and visits us because he's got, myself and my family here. And he's got 2 sisters here. And one of his sisters just had a baby, and he hasn't seen that baby. And the other one, my tech sitting here today helping me, she's expecting. So I tell you what, I do need to retire.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got a lot going on there. I mean,
I got a handful, believe me. Yeah.
Well, we do appreciate Brooke helping us out with the technology. It's hard to do all this, it really is, But
sorry for the technical difficulties.
We love you. Thank you. Just
and I got to throw this in, Danny, if you don't mind.
Sure.
This album is the first time I have ever just gone strictly with the what's it called, the streaming online thing, the Spotify,
right,
and iTunes and all that, because I come from the old school, especially playing for tourists down here in the islands. They want a physical CD. They want to actually put a CD in their hand,
sure.
Which, as trop rock musicians know, that's
dying fast.
It is, yeah.
And so what I've done recently, I've put stuff on like USB drives, if that's the right word I'm using.
Sure.
And also, this album is only on the online thing, the Spotify thing, whatever, CD Baby, Spotify, iTunes, and all that, because there's really no reason for me to order albums because I've got nobody to sell them to here at the moment. I think Cayman probably will open up in the next maybe 6 to 8 months, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then I'll order some CDs when I do my performances, and which I plan on not doing too many of those anymore.
Well, I think you're right about that. I mean, I know that your good buddy Sonny Jim has went to a lot of the USB stuff, download cards. Mark Mulligan sent me a USB with a lot of his music on it. Gary Sealer, all those guys. That's kind of the way it goes, and you can sell. And you've got a lot of albums. You could sell all the albums for like $65 or $70 or $100 or whatever, and have them all on one little thing.
That's right. I have to admit the technology, is amazing. I don't like technology. I don't like modern stuff. But the example I always use when other musicians ask me about it, younger musicians coming up, and I said, listen, there was a time that I could walk. For example, I could be in a mall in Miami, and I say, hey, by the way, I go to remember we used to call them record shops?
Yeah, the record bar, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they sold cassettes and they sold CDs, and you could walk in and say, hey, listen, I'm the Barefoot Man.
Yeah.
I live in Cayman Islands. I sell a shitload of CDs down there. Would you sell some of my CDs? And they said, well, if you're not on the top 20, we don't want to even talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And but today, the internet has basically opened the worldwide record shop for us.
That's exactly right. Yeah, put all that out of business, basically.
Yeah. So really, it's up to the artist to be the promoter. You have to be your marketing man. You can record 1,000 CDs and put 1,000 CDs online, but if you don't market it, forget it. It's nothing's going to happen. So that's why I see stuff. I see your stuff popping up all the time. You're a good marketing man. Okay.
Well, thank you. I try.
And me too.
Yeah.
So that I'm constantly promoting.
Yeah.
So.
And you're right. That's what you got to do. And you got to, everything you do, and you got to change it up. You got to do something different, and all the stuff. It's a challenging thing to be your own marketing person.
Even with books, I've written several books, and there was a time that, if you were a self-publisher like I am, you'd have to order 2,000 or 3,000 books to even make enough money if you sold them, and then you had to pay for the shipment to the Cayman Islands. You had to need a place to store them, et cetera, et cetera. Now, on Amazon Books, I'm selling books on there, and if somebody in Alaska wants one copy, they can literally print one copy.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And so I have to give technology a thumbs up for that. Yeah.
I know how you hate to do that, but there are some good things about I always like to say, for everything you win, you lose something, right? But it's obviously whatever you're winning is worth it, so that's just the way it is. You still there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. I thought I lost you there for a second. Well, listen, man, I cannot thank you enough for going through this crazy technology, because I know you were like, what the hell? Why can't I just call on the phone? But, and I get it, but people want to see you.
I spent $39 for a flip phone. Why can't we just talk?
That's right. I just want you to know I am one of your biggest fans. I always have been. I love you, and I hope everything is going well for you. And you're always welcome here at Tiki Man Radio.
Well, thank you, and I want you to know I appreciate it. Anytime you give me a spin or two, I'm very appreciative of it, and thank you so much. And by the way, you have a lot of fans out there, because I talk to my people, my musician friends and other people in the business, and the first thing they would say, hey,
you deal with Danny? I said, do I deal with Danny? He says, he sends more Facebooks than I
do. Well, we appreciate it, man. We do. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. And Brooke, again, thank you. We really appreciate your help. And good luck with everything you got going on as well. But I'm going to play Nick's new song, Beach Please, as we go away. How about that? All right?
Yes, and that's part of my new album too.
Yeah,
that's
now
one of the songs we sort of traded off, and I put on mine, and then Nick did a couple that I wrote, and he put on his. So, but so listen. Do you want one last panorama view?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, hold it down a bit. Do Danny sitting in the hammock.
Oh.
That's my husband in the hammock.
Hey, hello.
Hey, hello, man.
Danny.
Yeah.
Danny, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That's Danny. That's Danny. He's from another island,
Oh, well, I didn't know that. But I promise you, one of these days, I'm going to come over and get in that hammock, okay? I promise you I'm going to do it.
Okay.
All right, we're going to let you... All right, we're going to let you guys go. We're going to play Nick's new song, all right? Thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Here we go.
Sitting on my toes and the salt in my hair, strolling a coastline anywhere, whether it's snowing or 100 degrees, the Jersey Shore or the Florida Keys. Where, oh, where can my darling be? Send your tide to rescue me. Where, oh, where can my lady be? Miss the way your waves kiss me. Beach, please. Beach, please. Beach, please. I need my beach. Tropical gust or a polar breeze. Pitch pines or coconut trees. Vitamin C to put my mind at ease. Beach, please, my beach. Beach, please. Oh, where can my darling be? Send your tide to rescue me. Where, oh, where can my lady be? Miss the way your waves kiss me. Beach, please. Beach, please. Beach, please. I need my beach. Cheeseburger or a fish fry. Funnel cake or key lime pie. Boardwalks and tan lines. Blue water and sunshine. Where, oh, where can my darling be? Send your tide to rescue me. Where, oh, where can my lady be? Miss the way your waves kiss me. Beach, please. Beach, please. Beach, please. I need my beach. Short docks and long piers. Hot sand and cold beers. Rainbow sunsets and teeny bikinis. Green olives and dirty martinis. Where, oh, where can my darling be? Send your tide to rescue me. Where, oh, where can my lady be? Miss the way your waves kiss me. Beach, please. Beach, please. Beach, please. I need my beach. My beach. My beach. Rescue me, my beach. I'm on my knees.
This is your island truck driver, Bobby McQueen. And when I'm traveling through the cheese fields of Wisconsin, I listen to Tiki Man Radio. What could possibly go wrong?